Good morning, everyone. Syndromes here. 15 minutes of disco again. So, the reason why I'm recording this again is because it's early morning, and as you can see, there's only 50 people online. And I wanted to show off a type of money making that a lot of people actually do know about, yes, but they don't seem to use it that much, and it's only usable in these early mornings. And this is something I used to do before I actually started trading and shit. So let's see if I can show you. So the idea is, you probably know that the NPC transports drop pretty much half their cargo the moment you kill them, and this is a good way to earn money if you're a pirate. The thing is, most people do this in, for example, in Omega 3, where there are ore transport, not ore, H fuel transports. Yeah, this is just a hint. This is an example of how to do this right. For example, you saw these NPCs were about to fly away. I formed up on them, and it allowed me to sort of catch them. So yeah. Also, you have to excuse me, a bit of a sore throat today for some reason. Anyway, so there's that place in Omega 3 where there's transports hauling H fuel, and you can sell them off at the free port for quite a good profit, and a lot of people know that, and a lot of people do that. I'm going to show you, or at least I'm going to try to show you how to do this on a junker character, for example, and hopefully right now we're starting off with 22 million credits, and hopefully by the end of this video I will at least double that. Now, when it comes to this sort of money making, the thing is, you actually need to know where everything sells and buys by heart, because, for example, this thing has gate and lane parts, but if you are a frequent player on Discovery, you probably know that these are sold on Pueblo Station right down the lane, so they are basically worthless in a way. So I've seen a lot of people, obviously, a lot of people do this, especially on their pirates, but I'm going to show you that it's quite possible to roleplay a opportunist with either a freelancer ID or a junker ID or whatever. The reason why I don't usually do this with a junker ID is right here. As you can see, Agera Technologies, one of the factions for Liberty, is right at the very tip of being hostile, and this is not the result of me shooting NPCs. This is actually how the junker and the Gallic junker IDs are rep hacked. So this makes it just a little bit more, just a little bit harder, and yeah. Now, obviously, there's a lot of spots where you can do this. Colorado, Galileo, these are obviously systems where a lot of NPCs carry a lot of good cargo. The same is, for example, pretty much whole of Rainland. There's also places in Kusari, but that's not the point. You can find these NPCs pretty much everywhere, but the key to successfully making money with this is knowing the sell points and knowing these little spots. For example, this is luxury food. I would gladly take it, but the problem is, as you can see, the NPC is about to take the gate, and I wouldn't be able to physically kill it in time. So this is Galileo. This is pretty much where people usually start doing this, but you might usually see people doing this in pirate transports on their pirate characters. I'm going to show you how to do this on a regular character, and since it's a junker, it's a good thing it's a junker ID character, and I will mess up my reputation, but I'm going to show you how to actually deal with that if I can. As you can see, there we have our first target. We need to somehow get to it before it flees. So this is water. Yeah, at some point you will have many, many NPCs doing this, and you need to figure out who to tackle first. As you can see, these already despawned, so I need to go back. There was this one transport with water, but at the same time there were a few others over there. So let's hope they won't despawn. The hardest part about this all is deciding which transport to tackle, because you can be within the scan range of everyone, so maybe you will start shooting it as something else and suddenly you realize that the... See, I thought that was something else now. So yeah, I had this many times before where I would start tackling one transport and only to realize that, well, crap, I have a like gold transport somewhere else. So this little there it is. With water. Never mind. So obviously, Galileo is good for one thing, is because Galileo is close to planet Denver in Colorado, so that is one of the drop points which you can use if you have a lawful character, or neutral one at least. And when it comes to pirates doing the same thing as we are doing now, they can use Cassini, because Cassini sells quite a lot of things and buys them as well. So right now what we're doing is moving between... No, this is... yeah. We are constantly moving between Shikoku and Colorado gates, and at some point we will hit a transport which will actually have some good cargo. Now obviously this is by far not the best spot. I've learned that the best spot for me, actually, as far as I know, is the Frankfurt Gate in Sigma 13. There's actually quite a lot of things. The sell point is Frankfurt, obviously, so that's only a good place if you have neutral or friendly transport. And yeah, we are just going to keep moving between these two gates, and at some point something is going to pop up. The time now is like 8:30, so we will just see what happens. Okay, so now we have a universal mammoth with something called Flora Grow. I really have no idea what the hell it is, but as you can see, it is currently going straight for Cassini, but I'm using the catch-up. Get it? Catch-up. And we are going to take this before it actually can dock. Yeah. Now, when you're doing this, every time you kill something, get rid of the civilian pilots, because while there's not a lot of people who know how to do this, believe me that it's better to prevent people from asking stupid questions like, why do you have civilian pilots in your cargo hold? I just picked them up, officer, I swear. So this sells on Deshima Station Shikoku, and as we know, that is only one jump away from here, so that is exactly where we're gonna go. There you go, we are docked on the Deshima Station Shikoku, and as you can see, we got 3 million from this. Like, the overall profit is exactly 3 million because we did not use any money to actually buy... hello there, Universal Mammoth with H fuel. I'm going to take that for myself. Boosh. Isn't this nice? So H fuel sells in California, Pennsylvania, Alberta. Let's see where else. New London, Pennsylvania, Leeds, New York. Yeah, I'm going to probably just drop this off in... I could have just dropped it off right here in Decima. Because I know for a fact... so yeah, this is one of the tricks you'll need to know. Well, not tricks, this is just common sense. Are you going to fly all the way back to New York just because of like 1.5 thousand? Oh my god. Will you believe that the best ship that never gets stuck is the Liberty Assault Carrier? I mean, seriously, you can't stuck that thing. Everything else gets stuck. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so this is the situation I was talking about. The inherent problem with the Junker ID, and doing this with a Junker ID in Liberty. As you can see, after attacking too many transports, I have made myself hostile to Agera technology. So that means that every time I go deeper into Liberty, for example, if I need to sell off at Manhattan or Pittsburgh, if I encounter an Agera transport, everything will turn red. And this is very bad, especially right now. I almost died because there were Liberty Navy battlecruiser battleship patrol next to Denver, and an Agera transport just popped in and everything just went red and I almost died. So this is how you fix the problem. The easiest way, obviously, is to unmount the ID, then go back, and let's find Samura Industries are not the ones that we need because we are shooting them. So in this case we are not, these are not the reps we are looking for. Liberty Police, this is perfect, it's a Liberty Police, so let's just accept that. We'll quickly check. Our galley junker is still flashing, and as you can see, Agera technologies are perfect. So obviously the moment I will remount the ID. No, you don't actually need to unmount the ID. This is just, I think it actually reduces the amount of rep you gain or a certain few factions. So if we look back, there's Agera again, almost hostile again. Oh well. Back to monies! Suddenly nuclear devices. Hopefully I can catch this guy. Fuck off. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Bitch. Nope. Man. Oh, END. Hello there, END. Let's see where he goes. Where the fuck do I sell these? Okay, Planet Denver again. So my transport isn't full, so let's just grab the super alloy. That one has engine components. Nom 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 nom. So yeah, sometimes you really want to have a bigger ship. For example, I had transport in the same spot with aluminium, whatever, platinum and engine components. So, oh, I wish I had a 5K. Now the problem is this particular character of mine is meant for both NPC piracy and player piracy, and since every player upon death only drops 3,000 worth of cargo, it would be really wasteful if I had a ship with. Okay, see what I mean? These pop up. And, okay, these are Samura NPCs, but if this were a Gera, then I would just have my asshole punched in right now. So let's see what we can get. Almost 6 million for the nuclear devices, and another almost million for these. 55 million, and I suppose this is good enough for now. So yeah, this was an example of NPC cargo piracy. Yay!